What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Anthony Yarde and Callum Smith in the freaking news. All right, these two have pretty much been linked to fight each other, and it looks like it's sealed according to Tunde. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into the article, and I definitely got to give you my opinion on this. I'll tell you what I think about both fighters. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so shout out to the Boxing News app. It says Smith versus Yarde is sealed. British light heavyweight bragging rights and the WBO interim crown will ride on the blockbuster summer collision after trainer Tunde revealed the deal for Callum Mundo Smith versus Anthony Yarde was sealed in February and penciled for August in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Tunde insisted the bout became inevitable once Yarde stopped Lyndon Arthur last month. He didn't stop him though. He beat him, but I don't think he stopped. I think he stopped him in a rematch, but I don't think he stopped him in a decision. But anyways, after Yarde stopped Lyndon Arthur last month, no more ducking. It's the only fight that makes sense. The all-English class is expected to feature on the Matchroom versus Queensberry 5 vs 5 bill under Turkey Al-Sheikh Riyadh season banner, continuing Saudi Arabia's aggressive push to dominate the elite boxing's calendar. That's funny, bro. Last time they did the Matchroom versus Queensberry, Matchroom went 0-5. Like, everybody on Queensberry won. That was crazy. Promoter Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, longtime rivals, now occasional partners, have yet to announce the full card. Both camps confirmed they are working to finalize broadcast and site fee deals in the coming weeks. Smith roared back into title contention by outslugging Joshua Buatsi in February to capture the WBO interim belt in an instant classic that drew outstanding ovation from ringside star Anthony Joshua. Now I definitely feel like that was like that fight was so damn good, bro. Oh my gosh. Liverpool's rangy former super middleweight champion now finds himself in a one way from a third world title to either a direct elevation or a crack at the undisputed champion later this year. Well, it won't be undisputed because they don't have the WBC. Yarde has rebuilt momentum since his valiant 2023 defeat to Arthur Beterbiev, which he definitely showed a lot of dog in that fight, stringing another 4 wins, culminating in April's emphatic finish of Lyndon. Okay, I'm thinking of Arthur Beterbiev. That threw me out. But anyways, to climb the WBO and WA rankings, Tunde believes his charged blend of speed will expose Smith's portrait-ready body. Wow. These are the last 2 names in Britain's 175-pound conversation. Let's see who the real number 1 is. All right, so let's talk about it. All right, so let's talk about this, man. First and foremost, let me just state this right here. I'm a big fan of both fighters. I always love a fighter that has to go through adversity, right? Now, the thing about Anthony Yarde, what made me first like him, he dug deep. And even though he came short, it all started against his fight with Sergey Kovalev, right? He dug deep in that fight, and I remember Andre Ward warning him, saying like, hey bro, like, you know, y'all gotta be careful because dude is a dangerous fight. That's still a tough fight. And I remember Tunde came back and responded to Andre Ward, was like, nah, he was a tough fight for you. And Andre Ward didn't say nothing, and we saw what else happened. Now, one of the criticisms that I had with Anthony Yarde was the fact that, first and foremost, that dude, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Anthony Yarde didn't spar. I don't know if it's still like that, but I know at that point, like up until that point, like they were speaking on how he doesn't do any sparring or whatnot. And I just thought that was crazy because it's like sparring literally tells you everything that you need to know. The thing about like sparring, like you can hit the bag 50 rounds, bro, but still be out of shape. Why? Because for me, the reason why sparring is so important, because sparring and mid work are the most important things to me in training, because you're not working at your own pace. You're working at somebody else's pace, and that's how it's going to be in a fight. You're not going to always work at your pace in a fight. You're going to have to work at somebody else's pace. So when you're hitting the bag, you're only hitting the bag at your pace. You know, you're only going based off of your pace or whatever. Whereas when you're on the mitts, your coach is pretty much dictating the pace and how that goes. And then when you're sparring, obviously, you know, sparring is sparring. You know, you may be working on your pace, but you may be working on your you know, sparring partner's pace too. It just depends on the style that they have and the style that you have. So I just felt like that was the first mistake. And also, like, I feel like, bro, I don't know if I'm the only one that feel like this, but bro, Anthony Yarde does not look like a light heavy. Like, dude is big as hell, bro. He's a big dude. So, you know, I just feel like all that muscle weighs down, which is why he always fatigues in the later rounds. Now, he showed dog in his fight with Artur Beterbiev for sure. I was super proud of him, of his performance. Even though he came up short in that fight as well, I was super proud of his performance in the Artur Beterbiev fight. Even Artur Beterbiev had to give him respect, because he even hurt Artur Beterbiev. It was just he's a good fighter, bro. But here's the thing, I don't know if his come forward, he's not necessarily a brawler, but I'm gonna tell you this too, I hate it, and I absolutely hate it when he tries to do the shoulder roll. Like, bro, you know, pause. Let me say pause, because I gotta say pause. But your body frame is not structured for that of a shoulder roll. When you're doing a shoulder roll, you want to lessen your body as much as possible, and you want that shoulder to be pointed. You have too much, like, you're a big dude, so it's like, even when you do the shoulder roll, or when you try to do it, it's like, dude, you're still open for a lot, especially to the body or whatnot. Now Callum Smith, that dude can do everything. That dude will brawl with you. That dude can outbox you. That dude can do everything. Like, dude is, and he's a dog. I love the fight. I think it's going to be an entertaining fight, because Callum Smith, he'll box you, but at some point, he's going to give you what you want. Especially if you come forward, he's going to give you what you want. And obviously, he's the best of the Smith brothers. You know, you got Callum Smith, you got Paul Smith, who lost to Andre Ward, and then you have Liam Smith, who lost to Canelo, and he did get a victory over Eubank, but lost to Eubank in a rematch. Listen, this is an exciting fight. I hope that this fight is made. This is a really exciting fight, bro. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, I will be going for Anthony Yarde, because I like Anthony Yarde, but I don't think he's gonna beat Callum Smith. I got Callum Smith winning that fight, bro. Callum Smith is gonna, unless if he, now it's definitely possible. Let me just state this right here. Callum Smith, it's definitely possible that Anthony Yarde can hurt Callum Smith. Like, that's no doubt about it. Anthony Yarde has the power to hurt that man. That dude is a power puncher or whatnot. He hits hard. He got some crack, right? So he can definitely get Callum Smith out of there should he land the right punch at the right time, obviously. But, you know, I don't think that he has the skills to match what Callum Smith is going to bring to the table. And that's no disrespect to Anthony Yarde at all. I love the dude. I'm a fan of him. It's just, this is boxing, and the thing about me that separates me from other boxing channels is, I may like you more than a fighter, but if you ask me who's going to win, I'm just going to be honest with you, right? I'm close with David Benavidez. I mean, I done been in a ring with him. You know, he done put money in my pockets. Like, I love that dude to death. But if he fought Dimitri Bivol, I would be going for David Benavidez, but I would be picking Bivol to win. I think Bivol would beat him. No, it has nothing to do with me switching sides, because I'm going for David Benavidez, but I'm just giving my honest opinion. So, and that's the same here. I just think that Callum Smith has way too much in his arsenal for Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde doesn't have the best defense either. I think Callum Smith, especially on the inside, is going to be a lot of trouble for Anthony Yarde, and you would think it would be the opposite, because Callum Smith is, if you see him, he's a tall, lean type of guy, where Anthony Yarde is more compact or whatnot. But Anthony Yarde leaves himself very, very available on the inside, and I just don't see, I see Callum Smith capitalizing off of that. And that is going to be a big problem for Anthony Yarde. But, you know, who knows, man? Maybe Anthony Yarde can definitely catch Callum Smith, especially coming on the inside, because Anthony Yarde is going to be there. He's going to be there, and he has dog. You hit him hard, he's going to come back with something. Now, can Callum Smith take Anthony Yarde's punches? That is, we don't know. We'll have to find out. That's what makes the fight so exciting, all right? Let me know what you guys think. Who are you picking to win this fight? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?